July 2024 video horoscopes with me, Lada from AstroLada.com. July is for me up to be a very interesting month, a month of battle between light and darkness, but the light predominates because the month starts with a new moon on Sirius, the most spiritual powerful star, the brightest star in the sky with energy, the Christed energy is carried there, which with only with good aspects. Then the whole month, Jupiter is passing over the eye of the bull, the luckiest star, according to ancient astrology of Hermes, the star of success and abundance. And Jupiter is the planet of success and abundance. And this happens once in 12 years only. This is the star of Archangel Michael. So we have the energy of the Christ consciousness through the new moon coming to us. It's Sirius is the star of freedom, of being free. That's why a lot of Independence Days happen for different countries around that day. So the energy of freedom and spiritual awakening comes through the new moon, while through Jupiter, we have the energy of Archangel Michael coming who fights the dark forces. Simultaneously with that, Uranus and Mars are coming together, and in the middle of the month, they join on the critical degree, 25 degrees of Taurus, where projected the star Algol, a demonic star, the most inauspicious star. It has like demonic influence there, and it's star of catastrophes and shocks and beheadings and losing one's head. But that's the only negative influence. Or it can also be positive because through the star Algol, you can cut off unwanted things, like the head of Medusa is cut off. You can cut off unwanted things from your life. But there is the gathering of this dark energy. But Jupiter, Archangel Michael, Sirius, the Christed energy of the ascended masters as well, energy of the teachers of humanity, is there to help us. I'm so excited. Let's dive into the 12 signs to describe it through each of the 12 signs. And before that, I want to introduce you to my new 4-hour tutorial that I've recorded for you already. On the first 12 hours, 1,000 ones were sold. So thank you so much for your trust in me. It speaks about each of the 12 signs and the 5 connected themes in the life of your rising sign, in the life of a person according to their rising sun or moon sign. Do you know that every person, every sign has 5 topics in their lives that are connected? For example, do you know that Aquarius people, especially Aquarius rising, their money and financial success very much depends on their social connections and on their friendships, because the ruler of the second house is also the ruler of the 11th house, second house of money with 11th house of friends or social network. That's why very often Aquarius need to social network and can become abundant through that. Or if their friendships are not good, their money is not going to be good. Or, for example, let's take someone else, Taurus rising. Their second house of finances is connected, is the same ruler as the 5th house. So their financial state can really change after having a children, or if they do something creative that they really love. But there's 5 such topics that are interconnected for each sign. For example, why is Scorpio such a battlesome sign? Because the ruler of Scorpio is also the ruler of the 6th house of battles, disputes, arguments, and enemies. Scorpio is the sign that has the most enemies, because the same planet that rules them rules their 6th house of enemies. But because it's Mars, that planet that rules them, they win over their enemies. But it means they have more enemies. So so I would describe you and how to do remedies if one area of your life is not working, for relationships, for your career. Like, for example, for Capricorn, if their career is not working, which is ruled by Libra, Venus, they should focus on the 5th house, which is also ruled by Venus, to raise the vibration of their Venus, and their career will also start flowing. So they might do some fun stuff, creative stuff, or even after having a child, their career can take off. But anyway, if you're interested to take this course, it's $24, 4 hours, and it becomes 39 after the 15th of July. Now let's start. Sagittarius rising sun or moon, July 2024. In Sagittarius, this whole month, Jupiter, the planet of blessings, will be passing through the most sacred and powerful and positive sector of the celestial sphere, which is the eye of the bull. The whole month Jupiter is passing there, and it's directly affecting you because it's exactly opposite you, which means that the blessings of Jupiter and that very fortunate sector of the sky, the eye, the bull of the eye, Aldebaran star, which get activated by Jupiter only once in 12 years, will be coming to you from others. So maybe you'd meet a new person or people who can contribute to your abundance and wealth, because the star Aldebaran, where Jupiter is passing and expanding its blessings, is the star of wealth, is the star of success. So be very open who enters your life right now. Or it might be old friends or acquaintances or partnerships that appear, who contribute something, that help you in some way. It might be with an idea, it might be even with resources, or maybe some kind of a collaboration can open for you, which becomes for many years ahead a source of growth and success. Seventh house is also the house of clients, the house of your audience, if you have such. And Jupiter there passing through the abundance sector, Aldebaran, the eye of the bull, can really attract to you the right clients, auspicious, wealthy, who support you, the right audience, the right collaborators. And, and because Jupiter rules you, it doesn't mean that Jupiter is you. You're Sagittarius rising or sun or moon. Jupiter represents you. Jupiter is in the seventh house of others. So yes, indeed, some seventh house of business as well, which can expand if you have your own business, or someone can help you for something, benevolent figures. Or if you're single, now someone can appear in your life who creates wealth and abundance. We're talking this intimate relationships now, not just business partnerships. And it's a blessed energy coming from Jupiter and the star Aldebaran. The star Aldebaran is connected to Horus and Isis, or sorry, it's connected to, my mistake, to Archangel Michael. So there is a divine support for the people that appear in your life. But because you're Jupiter as well, you'd be the initiator of successful actions this month, actions that can help many people, the seventh house, actions that can expand your connection with others, actions that can grow your business, or you'd initiate also yourself relationships that will be beneficial. So you're very lucky this month, Sagittarius. Your planet is passing through the luckiest, most successful star, Aldebaran, of wealth as well. And Archangel Michael is supporting you. But use July, because from August, Jupiter will start getting squared or blocked a bit by Saturn. It will still stay in your seventh house, which will continue to be positive for relationships, but things will be happening slower. And you would feel like this blockage or kind of a slowing down of things, or some challenges or more efforts you have to put from August onwards. So now use July as much as you can for this really beneficial influence that your planet is transiting through. And I would advise you, if you start something, you do it after the 5th of July. The new moon, which symbolizes new beginnings, starts to grow after the 5th of July. And this new moon, Sagittarius, falls in your 8th house, which is support from others again, other people's resources, other people's ideas or talents that can help you. Don't try to do everything alone. Here there is a strong blessing from you by being with others or talking it with others, or somehow you can get the advice from others, or they can support you with their skills and their knowledge, because this new moon is in the 8th house as well. And it's very auspicious new moon because it's conjunct Sirius, the star of spiritual growth, the star of liberation, the star of, it's connected to Horus and Isis, or Christ and Virgin Mary. So it's very blessed energy of this new moon in your 8th house. In another way, it can help you is, for example, unfolding new sources of income for you that come to you by collaborating with others. It can be also some hidden resources, hidden money that comes to you, but it's a blessing from the divine hierarchies. and powers for you because it's very auspicious star Sirius that is instigating those new beginnings. Eighth house is also the house of our traumas, of our psychological hang-ups, and compulsions, obsessions. And the star Sirius can bring illumination with this new moon on those topics and fast progress because it's the most spiritual star is Sirius. It's a spiritual warriorship star that it rules. So even with matters that are painful, like traumas and so on, you have a lot of spiritual support there to overcome it. Whether you work with a therapist or no, it can be a natural process in some way. Okay, and any new financial activities, again, after the 4th and 5th of July will be very beneficial. The next big event is that while Jupiter is in your 7th house, passing through the most lucky, successful, prosperous sphere of the sky, initiating some ideas for you or activities that can give for the next 12 years. At the same time, Jupiter is being trined, the most auspicious aspect, by the South Node, and Jupiter is aspecting your South Node from the 11th house of friendships. So some friends can also help you. And these are, or even some spiritual friendships can appear in your life, connected to past lifetimes, someone that, but it's good karma. It's not bad karma, relationships, friendships. Maybe you already have those friends that exist because South Node means something that has already begun or something from the past, and they can come to help you. And you can be helping friends as well. It's mutually, both are helping each other. But it can be also releasing of some friendships because this is what the South Node is about. But it's for good. The South Node is on a star of separations, Matrix, and it's passing through 11th house of friendships or social connections or acquaintances. And you can release those with grace because of the Jupiterian trine. But how I see this trine between Jupiter and the South Node is much more positive for social connections, especially ones of a high vibration, spiritual communities or like-minded people that have more altruistic goals. The 11th house, the house of society, contributing to society, and the South Node there that's passing, it's in a sense that you can contribute to society, whether alone or with friends, like-minded people. But if it's something that is selfless as well, it can still bring gains for you. Jupiter is on a star of gains, but from the motive within you and the motive of those you connect with will be more altruistic for the collective in some sense and for raising of the consciousness. So spiritual influence is coming to you and helping from the social spheres. And if you're single, Jupiter in the 7th house, as well, as I said, can really bring a lucky, positive relationships. Jupiter is positive, happy, exciting, and abundant as well in some sort. So more than one relationships, even more than one partnerships. And we have a little bit of a stressful situation in the middle of the month. Uranus and Mars, that a kind of an explosive combination, will meet up on a more difficult star Algol. If Sirius and Aldebaran were very angelic hierarchies, Christ energy, Archangel Michael energy, Aldebaran would be like the Satan energy, let's say. It's connected to losing one's head, to stressful situations in some way. In the 6th house, the worst case scenario can be the activation of some health issue, especially ones that are fast and quick, more inflammatory. But the positive side of it is that Uranus-Mars conjunction close to this star Algol, which is about cutting the head of the monster, can help you eliminate unhealthy habits that are causing health problems, and ruthlessly and fast. This is the energy of Mars and Uranus. Plus the 6th house, Algol, where Uranus and Mars are meeting, is also star of wealth. It's another star of wealth. So we have another activation there, and it comes to you through your work. But you might be very busy work-wise towards the middle of the month with Uranus, even the whole month with Uranus in the 6th house, a lot of behind-the-scene things, details, perfectionist work, and you might be feeling frustrated a little bit with impatient. You want those details to be faster, to be done properly. But it's just something that you'll be going through. It's okay. Just when you're aware of that, don't lose your head over such things with workmates and whatever. That might be a bit stressful. Also, Uranus and Mars, as I said, it's good there for eliminating unhealthy habits, for eliminating, for getting done a lot of six houses. My head is jumping a little bit here, but six houses, our errands, checklist, what we have to do, the thing, whether it's cleaning, whether it's work errands, that it might feel more hectic or more busy time for such things the whole of July, and especially in the middle. And sixth house on the negative side is our enemies or disputes and arguments. So the middle of the month, it's more possible to have disputes and arguments or accusations with someone. Again, try not to lose your head. Plus Jupiter is aspecting your sign, so making you more benevolent, more forgiving towards others in the seventh house. So I think this will be solved with easiness without creating big accidents or problems. Now, the last event this month is the full moon in your second house. From the 20th of July, the last 10 days of July are under the influence of the full moon in Capricorn. And this is, again, financial focus here. You have a bit of relationships, a bit of financial here and then, work. It's a big mixture. But maybe you'll be rewarded. Full moons are about seeing the results of something financially for something that you've done, maybe receiving money for something, or maybe illumination. Full moon is illumination, understanding something about the financial situation and so on. But Pluto is also with this full moon, and Pluto can transform in some way your financial situation, because Pluto is deeply transformational. Another meaning of the second house is how you eat, and full moon there will give you a lot of focus. And do you eat emotionally? Are you an emotional eater or no? So they can be focused the last of July about matters of how you're eating, but Pluto, what you put in your body, what substances, what food. But Pluto will also help you eliminate and toxic such kind of foods or things that you put in your body. So we see here a trend: Uranus, Mars conjunction in your house of health and healthy habits. So you can become much more determined and focused towards such ones. While Pluto full moon in your second house, which is connected to how we eat, is also giving focus there and helping in that direction. So thank you so much, Sagittarius. Truly, the most important event is this Jupiter passing through the eye of the bull, Aldebaran, and you're directly being influenced from the seventh house. So make sure you take advantage of those opportunities.